Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome back everybody to an Unsheathed Gem. So today's little episode is going to be on pretty much the knife that started Tops, and then today's a special day. Today was Mike's birthday, and yeah, he'd be proud. We'd be doing this one right now. So it's been a year that he passed away, and so today's a special one. Behind the cameras, I was talking to the guys and give them a little bit of feedback of what I remember of the Steel Eagle. When I started with Tops, the Steel Eagle was what we worked on. The Steel Eagle 107D. That's what we did, And I was telling the guys that we'd be working on 15, 20 of these things and getting them ready for Mike to take off to his show the following week, or whatever it was. But he was always traveling and doing these small gun shows, and so that's what we worked for. We worked for make 25, 30 of these, or work on 50, when we started getting them water jet cut. And then, we would do the handwork, and like I was telling the guys, the handles, it was funny because they would cut those out as well. And I don't remember if those were water jet or laser or whatever, how they cut them out, but they were just blocks of micarta. And what I would do, I would put them on a square, a 12 by 12 square of liner material, and I'd put them pretty much like a puzzle, and the glue that we'd use. And I had to leave like enough space, about an 1/8 inch between all these handles, and get the most I could on the sheet. And then I'd do how many knives we were working on, and then put them in a press, and it wasn't even a press, it was big bags of shot, of the shotgun shot, and I'd put these big bags on top of this, and the big piece of micarta on top of, just to press them down. And when they're dry, I'd cut them out like a puzzle. I'd cut them out and be real careful on the bandsaw, and like I said, it was crazy. And I know downstairs somewhere I still have some of those old handles. But again, let me go back a little bit on the Steel Eagle. So when I used to drive around with Mike, and something would come up like, why the Steel Eagle or whatever it was. And so when Mike got out of the service and out of everything he did, that I know a lot of you know, he always had a knife design in his head of what he wanted to do. When he was serving in the military, special forces, he was in situations where he had to use other blades that would break on him. There was one scenario where two of them broke pretty much at the same time, one right after another, and luckily he got out of that situation. And so he coming out, he always said, I'm gonna make a blade that people could take into the field and it's not gonna fail him. And so he always had that. He went through ups and downs and whatever, but that idea of the blade that he wanted never left his mind. So he came to Idaho, Idaho Falls, and he was going to start working for a vacuum company. And at the gym, at a local restaurant, whatever it was, I don't remember right now, he ran into the partner that he had when Tops first started, and he actually taught classes in a high school on how to make knives. And so, they start talking about that, and he's like, we can start something. He's like, if you can make them, I can sell them. His exact words were, I can sell a toilet full of shit, and it's true. Mike was a good salesman. Mike was good at talking. And so that's how they started off, and then, like I said, 6 months or so after that, I came in. I'm not talking about my brother or Benny or Justin, but me. I came in like 6 months after that, whatever it was, and that's where my part started with Top. But this was the knife that we were always working on. You know, there are some times that, and back then, the knives, the Steel Eagle we work on, if Mike came in and he'd look at the handle and he'd be like, how about you polish that today? It wasn't like, you know, let's keep it consistent, let's keep this model going the same, you know, the same we've been pushing it out. Is like, how about we do 2 liners, a white one and a red one on that one. So out there somewhere are some custom Steel Eagles from the beginning, just because Mike wanted to try something new. And so if you guys have those and you guys want to get rid of them, get a hold of me. You know, because those are pieces that are out there that people may not even know what they have. And so oh man, you know, the Steel Eagle till today, you know, I know you guys seen pictures of a tattoo that I have on my leg, but it was sort of, I don't know, not really to prove to Mike like that I was in it for, you know, that it's just the love that I had for the company and everything. So I chose the Steel Eagle, you know, because that's what started us. And I know that was Mike's pride and joy, was the Steel Eagle. And every time, you know, somebody would come to the table at a show and they would ask Mike, you know, something that not gonna fail on me if I'm in the field, Steel Eagle was the first blade he'd go to. He never doubted that. And we have hundreds of blades, you know. And so from here, you know, we did the Steel Eagle 107D. We did the Steel Eagle 107E, because I think they forgot to laser out the teeth. So that's how that one evolved, I believe. And then the 107C, you know, that was the 100-point version of it. And then I think the 105 came because a Steel Eagle a D or C broke, and so we modified it in a shorter version, and that's how the 105 came out. And then, you know, we had, of course, the 111 was right after the small ones. You know, we did again the Tano point and then the 100 point. But these, you know, these big blades, like I said, there's some custom ones out there. It was really how whatever Mike thought of when we walked to the shop and we were working on them. You know, after being ground, he would make us, you know, put a convex edge on it or a flat grind on it, and then he would take it to the show and sell it. And even though when we started working with the distributor, you know, you pretty much have to be consistent on when you send them. He'd be like, switch that up, you know, they'll be okay with it. And he had that relationship with it that they would take him, you know. And so that was the way Mike worked. This is an older version of the Steel Eagle, and they have older ones. I couldn't find them before we did this video. I couldn't find them while I was looking around for them. But you know, all these were hand done. I remember my brother Javi would do all the X's, and then Benny came in and he showed Benny how to do the X's, and you know, really, that you can tell a top knife by all the X's, because that's, you know, what we do and who we are, you know, all this. And Benny till today still does them all by hand. But yeah, and then a couple. I'm gonna show you that 105. When like I said, I think one of those 107Cs or Ds broke. We modified this one. It looked good. People liked it, and so we came back and we put it on the drawing board. Somewhere down the line, this got it got reduced in width. And so, but we still ran them. We've made them for years. This is probably one I want to bring back in the exact same this length. I don't know what I'm going to call it, maybe 106, but I don't know. But this is one that I want to bring back and make the original one, but in the shorter version. And then in 2018, it was pretty cool. All the guys here got together. They made Mike and I a custom box with these little mini Steel Eagles, and this one here is a personal one of mine. And the ones I'm going to show you, they'll never come out of the box. Those are one of a kind. There's only two sets of these. There's two boxes, one for me and one for Mike. So I believe Mike's nephew has the other one. But you know, this is going to be in my collection till the day I die. You know, yeah. There's no money in the world that's going to buy it for me. This is the guys gave us this for our 20-year anniversary, and so they made us a ring that says, I'm gonna put it in here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see that? Yeah, but these little steel eagles. This is a Damascus steel eagle, yellow black G10. And this is just our original one, the black powder coat and micarta, black linen micarta. And then the ring says 2018, one life, one knife. Tops knives around the top of it, and then our logo in the middle. We didn't know nothing about it. I think this was for Christmas. It was Christmas or around. It was October 18th. That's when we did the company party. You know, we did a company party actually for this. It was pretty much the company's birthday when we did this. And so yeah, man, they surprised us with this, and you know, both Mike and I were speechless. And like I said, this is something that I have in my office. You know, sitting there on the side. But when I see it, I remember pretty much the story. I remember, why this happened, and so that's pretty cool. But yeah, the Steel Eagles is what made us and got us to who we are, and now the 200 plus model that we currently make. And the whole beginning of this was we're gonna make a Steel Eagle. Couple versions, a couple sizes, and that was it. That's what Tops was gonna be. There was nothing, we didn't think of bushcraft. We didn't think of EDCs. We thought military. Military was the thing. That's what we worked for. That's what we were gonna do. And later on, we started getting designers. And we started seeing more and more out there, and what we could do, and the capabilities we had when we started bringing in distributors. They wanted more, and they wanted more different styles, and and then along that line, that's when I started designing and doing a little bit more with Mike. And Mike's designs were all real square, real tactical. Mine, had the flow, and still do have the flow, and have the Operator 7. That you guys know. Mike wanted a beast of a blade. He gave me the name and then the design, and then I came up with the design. That's why it's so thick, but it was me and him on that one. Him wanted to be something like a fighting knife, something pretty much like he's a badass, and it has that flow, but it has that thickness that you can stick that thing through the hood of a car and it's not gonna hurt it. We've done it. I know you guys seen videos of what we do in the back with our cars, but yeah, and we'll do an episode on that one too, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that, and more designs. Sometimes when I come up here and do these videos, I don't remember the whole story of the blade we're doing, but once I go down and I start thinking, I'm like, I should have said this, but there's a lot of that, and there's gonna be blades that I'm gonna tell these guys I want to do this one because I remember this story. So you'll get some small videos, you'll get some long videos. But again, guys, it's a special day today. Happy birthday, Michael. This one's for you.